and that's another thing I wanted to get at is I can't even look. There was a time I probably said this before. Um, there was a time when my mom, when I was in the military, uh, and I got out, went back home. I found out the story. To this day, my sister and my brother did talk about the story where my sister was born with asthma. And I remember when she was younger, she had those breathing tubes. She had asthma really bad, and um, and I was in the military at the time, and there was it was in the on St. Croix, Virgin Islands, and the entire school she was attending. And I want to tell the story correctly because it's fun. It's serious, but it's funny. The school they were attending at the time, uh, everyone knew that my sister, even if the principal, vice principal, all the teachers knew that my sister was not allowed to do strenuous work, right? Because or
Uh-huh.
not be on the field because she had asthma. But this one, I guess it was a white teacher, coach, didn't listen to my mom, and so my sister went out and did PE. And she got back. When she came back, my mom was like, "Well, what happened? What were you doing?" "Well, I did PE today." It's like, so my mom was like, "Wait a minute, there's a letter in there. There's a doctor's note. You're not supposed to be doing this." So my mom, the way that my sister told it is, my mom went the next day, walked into the principal, vice principal's office, and said, "Look, y'all know that," and I guess they brought in the coach too. And she said, "Y'all know my daughter has asthma, and y'all know that she has a proper doctor's note not to do PE." "Yes, yes, ma'am, Miss Sincere, we know." And the story goes is my mom said, "Now that you know, you've said it. Here's what's going to happen. Anything happens to my daughter, I want life. I want a life for a life." And my mom walked out. She walked out.
Really?
Yeah, she did that, and I was like, "Whoa!" And I thought, being in special forces, I thought I was hardcore. Like, no, my mom told everybody in that room, the principal, vice principal, and the coach. She said, "If anything happened to my daughter, I want a life for a life." And they knew she was serious. They knew it, and she walked out. And from that day, my sister said she didn't, no problem from the coach, nothing. And I mean, so I can't even imagine when you're a mom and you get the news that your son or daughter, or
Hmm.
even your husband, but much
Yeah,
more your children get killed.
right.
If it was, oh my gosh, I mean, I want the whole neighborhood to go. Um,
Yes.
but anyway, again, shout out to those on Instagram. Um, this is End Racism Forever. My name is Starfear. If you want to join in the Zoom chat, just go to our website, www.endracismforever.org. This www.endracismforever.org. Go to the first page, click on the link, and you could jump in on the Zoom chat. So, Crystal, for the
Yes.
state of where we are right now, things are opening up. Everyone is getting complacent one more time.
Hmm.
I've already predicted there will be another shooting this year, another black shooting. It's going to happen.
Oh,
It's going to happen. We got the George Floyd trial going on. Do you have any? Do you have any sense of what's going to happen when it comes to black women in America?
oh my goodness. I can't predict anything, but one thing I do know for sure that there will be a shooting because there's a shooting every year. It ain't like like it's ever stopped. I mean, there will be another black man murdered. Yeah. I mean, I hate to say it, but it hasn't stopped, and there's nothing to really stop it. And I just, I pray that law enforcement is made to be accountable for their actions. And I worked in mediation and arbitration, and I defended the police department, as far as writing in from an HR perspective. And I spoke with, the sheriff department and their psychological, evaluation girls that did the evaluations, and they told me basically, this is what they're they're taught to kill. And she told me, she said they're taught to kill. So when they're faced with a situation, that's the first thing that's triggered in their minds.
Oh, you were cut out
I
there.
mean, and
You
I
said the
can't,
police were taught to kill. You got cut off.
yeah, that's what, yeah, they were taught to kill. That's what they're taught to do. That's their reaction. And that's what the psych eval told me when I was interviewing her
Okay.
for some, a position that I was working in. And I said, what do you mean? I said, they're not even allowed to think, or she said, it's an automatic reaction.
Hmm.
And that's why I said, but they stop it when it comes to white boys. They stop it when a white boy goes in a church and shoot them all up and they take them to McDonald's. They stop it when a white boy goes in an Asian nail shop and shoot up everybody and they ask him if he's okay. So are they only taught to kill Black people? And because we're subhuman, they're taught that we're subhuman. They're taught that we don't matter. I mean, I'm trying to wrap my hand around this, and she was white, of course, and of course she couldn't answer that, but that was her explanation to me. And so when people like me, a Black woman who is angry, as they call us, angry Black woman, and I'm not divorcing myself from that, because I don't care what you call me. I want you to respect me.
Right.
And I want you to treat me like I'm human. I don't care what you call me. Okay. So I am, I'm not trying to understand why a man unjustly takes, my son, who I feel like my son is every son out there that's been killed, that's been taken away. That's my son, and I don't have any sons, but I have a lot of nephews, and a lot of them, and thank God none of them have been, disposed of in that fashion. But I feel for every last mother, woman, Black woman who had to watch their child be brutally killed on the streets, whether it's by police or by their peers or gang violence, whatever. I can't deal with it. So, I'm one of those people that believe in, if you're not going to protect and serve, I believe in protecting and serving. Okay. So I Lord, keep me out of those atmospheres, because I just can't say what I would do. And I don't know what's going to happen to Black women. I think Black women are going to be strong and be here to the end and fight till the end and become whatever they need to become to combat this injustice that goes on in America today. They're going to do whatever it takes.
Yeah, thanks for saying that, because I don't mean to interrupt you. I ponder on this, and that was one of the things I thought about last week. I ponder on this constantly, that I've lived long enough now to see when things happen and things get out of control, and how people react to it, and then they just and let it go, right? I've seen mass shootings. I remember a lot of people younger than me didn't remember Waco. I remember the Division branch, Waco. I remember my parents lived through. I think I was a baby then. I can't remember the Jim Jones and remember that?
Yes.
And of course, the Black Panthers, and
Yes. I was, what? That's where I get my strength from. I can't help but forget. I was brought up in an all Black community. I was brought up in Detroit, Michigan, and I was brought up right along with the Black Panthers and their children. And, they taught us to love ourselves, and they taught us to protect our own. And, this society tried to make the Black Panthers seem like they're bad, and and that they're the worst things in the world, and that they were domestic terrorists and all of that stuff. But they were our saviors. They were good for our communities, and they took care of us, and they made sure we knew what was going on in society. And that's why I don't feel anything behind protecting protecting others. I don't. I mean, that's the way I was brought up, you know. And I'm not no anybody's savior, and I'm not going to be able to protect everybody at all times, or I'm not going to be there for everything. But that's my general's heart. That's my feeling. That's my heart.
Right.
That's my heart. So yeah. So we live on, and we manage day to day, and we try and do whatever we can to keep our sanity. And I won't be pushed. I won't be pushed around like that. I just won't. I wasn't. That's not what I'm made of. There's some people that are. I'm just not. I'm just not.